This is a practice video for The Magic of Harry Potter, arranged by Michael Story, and this is the second violin part. So we're going to take each chunk section by section because of the time signature and key signature changes, the tempo changes, and all of that. So you get to relax and rest for the first part while the violin 1 and violas take off the piece with the melody, or start off the piece with melody. Coming in on measure 11, let's just make sure our notes are in tune with these accidentals. So in 3, and you're starting on a low 2, going to low 1, open, and then high 3, C sharp, just kind of moving down kind of chromatically here. All right, 1, 2, 3. Then we change there to 4/4 time. All right, so this next part is probably the hardest part of the whole piece. And once you get past it, you're all good to go. So measure 16, we have a lot of chromaticism. So we've got E flat, low 4s. We've got C sharps, part of the key signature, low 1, A sharps, low 1, D sharps. So let's go through this really slowly. I put a bunch of fingerings in for you to follow along with. And if you have any questions, please come and ask me. But here's 16 up to 41, really, really slow. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Rest. And then that's the same as back at 16. So you notice you have a lot of half steps, high 2 to 3 to low 4, then going back and forth between low 1 and regular 1. So pause this, go back and do that as many times as you need to until that's confident and in tune. And then let's do this again faster, a little bit closer to tempo once you're ready for it. And these eighth notes, once we're ready, also will be bounced off the string. All right, so here's 16 at closer to a performance readiness. 1, 2, 3, and. Then we go to 3/4 time. Okay, then you get a break. 44, you're resting for 8 measures. We lost a sharp though, so now just an F sharp in the key signature. I don't think I need to play this next part for you. Just careful at 58. That's some nice melody stuff that pops in all of a sudden. Top of page 2, high 3, C sharp. Be careful there. And let's take a look at 89. So 89, we switch back to 4/4 time. And you just have this cool little pattern with a G and F sharp. And you have plenty of time to get back to your bow. And let's do 97. This is the hymn that slows down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. remember the up bow in parentheses means just change at a different time than your stand partner, staggered bowing, so we don't just hear like 2 half notes. And then we switch at 105 back to a lively tempo. So this is just a fun rhythm. I believe the viola and cello are playing the same thing with you. So it goes 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 4. So let's give this a try. 105, 1 2 3 4. Alright, so at 116, if you're ready to do a little bit of third position, now that's what I put in for a fingering. If you're not, don't worry about it, but try to avoid open E's, just use a fourth finger instead. Alright, we're jumping down to 130 now. So back to 2 sharps, F sharp, C sharp. We're also back to 3 4 time. So here's 130. 1 2 3. Cut off a little bit on the bottom, but we're going to slow down that last measure. And then you go down to that C sharp and you just sit on that note bouncing off the string. So we don't have to do all of that right now. Let's skip to 149. Okay, so a bunch of rest at the beginning, and then you have a triplet starting on beat 2. So at 151, rest, rest, rest. Make sure you're low 1, rest, rest. Rest, rest. High 2. Alright, so that little chromatic part back at 154. Low 2, regular 1, low 1. That's how you're going to walk that down. Alright, so let's tune up 159 now. The notes aren't hard. You got just some whole notes, but let's make sure the accidentals are correct. Starting on a high 2, B at 159. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then low 1, D sharp. And now we're in our last part. So here we go back to 1 sharp, 3 4 time. And here is measure 173. 1 2 3. And then we all cut off and break, and then you just hold your G's to the end. Careful counting, and crescendo to the fortissimo fermata at the very end.